In Silicon Valley, fast-growing startups and tech conferences really are a dime a dozen. We often hear about the success of founders of small startups that go viral and change the world, or at least change the industry. In Africa, growing economies have given rise to an emerging middle class and with it opportunity for the young creatives, technologists, and small businesses of the continent. So what does Africa's tech sector look like?
There are real African entrepreneurs who can produce real innovations for the world.
The things we're looking for mostly is the innovation around it.
Creativity, innovation, energy.
A lot more exposure to diversity of entrepreneurs.
This is something that can be used across the continent.
Create an organization out of it that can actually bring in revenues.
I want to be able to see more women entrepreneurs.
Excitement on the frontier.
And then of course we're looking at whether it's investor ready.
It's quite unfair, frankly, to be able to convey what you have worked day and night within 6 minutes. But however, that's how life is.
We wanted to start something that will go global.
A media production company.
A mobile marketplace.
E-commerce everywhere for everyone.
Blue-collar job matching application.
The first African app store.
An events listing application.
A payment processing solution.
Africa's first casual gaming localized content company.
Parental control service for smartphones and tablets.
Project management and team collaboration application.
The whole point is to present educational content to the students and make the learning process fun. Make it contextualized, localized, and fun. So we have an entire content focused on extended learning. So this is focused on responsible citizenship through content about environmental consciousness, human rights, social justice. We've even developed personal financial literacy.
6 minutes goes by really fast. I'm glad it's over. I think I was nervous. I think there's other things that I should have spoken about, but I think it worked out. I think we covered the bases, and there's always going to be more that we want to tell people, and they're going to come here to our stand hopefully and learn more. Every student has a username and a password. Once they log in, we have our 6 KCPE curriculum subjects. Within any subject, there are chapters. Within any chapters, there are topics, and within topics, there's a pages. So it's a very simple navigation, and it's just like flipping through a textbook. I'm not entirely sure what to expect out of Demo Africa. I hope to have achieved some contacts, at least with some investors, some good connections for networking opportunities, seeing other people like propagating technology for the sake of social impact, and I hope to have learned something and walk away with a better business model for Ilimo.
Basically a payment processing solution, and we are targeting merchants in Africa who hope to acquire transactions within the continent, as well as also from international consumers as well. So we've basically packaged payment solutions or payment gateways into one single platform that allows the merchant to be able to then acquire transactions and track payments, sales, etc.
At the advent of mobile money, we saw an opportunity to start off something that we felt would be useful in Africa, and we started iPay basically. And our first channel was just thinking about mobile money. How do we integrate mobile money onto the online space? And later on we added other channels such as bank cards, credit cards. Right now we have about 500 businesses that are on our platform, both locally and internationally. We have clients as far as Eastern Europe who have set up integrated with our solution. We have clients in Uganda. We have, of course, our majority of clients are here in Kenya, and using it on both aspects of online and offline at the point of sale.
We hope to get out of Demo A lot. Number one, we hope to get exposure to relevant and interested investors, possibly. Secondly, we're also looking for strategic alliances. Africa is a diverse continent, and what you have in East Africa may not necessarily be contextual in West Africa, so we're looking for partners also.
Alliance Africa came out the deep desire that State Department has to increase its engagement in Africa, and we selected innovation to be a pillar in that. We are a partnership office, and what we wanted to create was not a simple government initiative, but a partnership that is based on collaboration within the private sector. And so we brought in, obviously, natural partners like Microsoft, Nokia, and institutions like the African Development Bank, the World Bank, USAID, and other prominent institutions.
Alliance Africa is bringing together a whole range of innovators, sponsors, potential investors to help drive innovation and development on the African continent. And Apps for Africa has now become part of the Alliance Africa Alliance. Apps for Africa program is a small but I think significant part of the type of thing that happens throughout the State Department and throughout our embassies, promoting entrepreneurship, youth engagement, innovation on the African continent.
Farmerline tries to give information about best management practices, market access, and business information to farmers so that they can actually move their business from that subsistent type to a real business. And that is what we hope to do. If we, the graduates who can search for information, cannot get it, then how much more that small subsistence farmer in that village, how will he be able to get information to actually progress? So we decided that, okay, well, if we can program, then let's do something programmatically to solve the situation. Then we came with the idea of Farmerline.
CrowdPesa is basically a mobile marketplace where we map offers that are near you. We leverage on mobile technology, so we've created a number of applications that allow you to find offers that are near you. Our customers are merchants. What our merchants do is to add their locations or their outlets. They can also add offers, and they're able to subscribe shoppers who are interested in the particular offers. Shoppers in turn are able to review and rate customers, and of course merchants manage coupons which they use to reward the most loyal customers. We have about 250 offers on our platform. We've mapped both offers as well as mobile money outlets, because in Kenya people spend money using M-Pesa. What we've done is we've taken the mobile payment wallet and added an m-commerce layer on top of it, leveraging on location.
What you have here is the beginnings of people building applications and services to the last blue ocean in the world for technology startups. This is the place where the numbers of people who are getting online, the cost of data, of devices is going down, the kind of the disposable income of families is increasing. This is Africa. Where else would you want to be if you're doing a startup? Right? You want to be in the place where you can be on the front edge of that and be a part of that growth across the continent.
I think right now, like, Africa is just a hotbed of innovation, and especially Kenya, so it's just the right market where to just start and just launch our product.
I would argue, but I'm biased, that we're already leading the world in mobile. We are the next billion, not mobile first, mobile only people, and mobile changes things.
What's remarkable about Africa is innovation comes out of necessity. We're not going to get angry because we're going to get M-Pesa or Ushihudi or any of the great startups that we've seen today.
Looking at mobile money, mobile payments, the ability to send money around the world at the press of a button at vastly reduced rates to ever before, safer than ever before. I mean, that changes people's lives.
80% of the world market is here. Amazing things happening in Africa. There's 800 million people about to come online, and the potential is incredible.
I think the guy from Nokia yesterday said it quite well, is that mobile is changing Africa and Africa is going to change mobile.
In terms of why, there's three main infrastructures that we need, and we do think Kenya is representative. I mean, There's pervasive mobile use, the pervasive use of mobile money, and then a really strong kind of shipping infrastructure, and Kenya has all of those, and I think is the shining example kind of in the world right now of having all those infrastructures, and it's rapidly expanding, and hence we will rapidly expand as well.
The other part of it is having information flow freely. If information flows freely, it underpins democracies, and it just levels the playing field for everybody. You know, now everybody has the same access to information thanks to their mobile phone.
Africa is a huge market for us, and most importantly, we believe that the concept that we're producing is very, very valid and applicable for this market as well, so we wanted to take part in it. Qabila means tribe in Arabic. Our philosophy basically of doing our business is based on the spirit of a tribe. Qabila is a media production company, and what we do, there's basically two main things that make us unique and different from any other media production company, which is, first is that all of our content has value. So we basically say we're value-based content. We say that we bridge the gap between the intellectual and even the emotional need of the society, the general audience, and at the same time make it entertaining. Other thing that's unique about our product or our solution is that we crowdsource our content. We basically have a platform online where people can log in and basically they can submit their ideas, and the ones that make it through then get produced with our resources. We support them with equipment, with expertise and everything, and then we take care of even distribution to the major television networks to be broadcasted. Being Egyptian and starting after the revolution, we definitely had to have a revolutionary model. Our very first video actually was shot right into Tahrir Square, and what we did is that we channeled that through our YouTube channel, and it went viral instantly because it was the relevant content people were looking for, so our timing was key here. And the in-house production team is about 20 people. However, Qabila, and that's why it's called a tribe, actually belongs to the people on the platform. We have about 20,000 contributors to our content, and our Facebook page has more than 135,000 fans that can give us feedback on the content and basically demand the kind of content they want to see.
Over 75% of the labor force fall under the blue-collar sector. This translates to over 420 million workers. For the job seeker side, they have difficulty finding their next job, bearing the fact that they have to turn around 4 jobs every year. They currently use means such as word of mouth, or going through agents who charge them money for that, or thirdly, having to join long queues or use ads, especially. On the employer side, they find it difficult accessing a whole pool of blue-collar workers from a central location. They are currently outsourcing sex practices to agents, or going through ads, or even allowing job seekers themselves to walk into their sites to be able to get a job. For these reasons and others is why we built Empower, to provide a web to SMS platform where job seekers can just advertise their CVs and allow employers to have access to them from a central pool of location.
The demo was really, really interesting. I just enjoyed presenting Empower. I just wanted Africa to know this is something we believe in, we trust the idea, and I just wanted to be transparent about what we've done, how we want to achieve it, and I just enjoyed myself being upstage. So I was really presenting Empower, but I was having fun.
My organization is called Growth Africa, and within that organization there is the Growth Hub, which is really the reason that we're participating here at the Demo Africa conference. The Growth Hub is an incubation and acceleration space where we both incubate very early startups, pre-revenue startups, and also accelerate early stage enterprises that are just about to launch their products or have already launched their products and are in their very early stages. We're very proud to have actually had 5 of the demo demonstrators, as they're called, do their demo pitch here at Demo Africa. So we've had Kitabu, we've had Sasa Africa, Lipisha, M-Tracker, and M-Verified.
We are Sasa Africa. We're an e-commerce platform for the developing world.
If you just go to www.sasaafrica.com, you can see our entire marketplace, all the vendors that we currently have registered on our site.
the vendors here, the artisans who use our technology, are ultimately a customer, and as well as we have our kind of end consumer, who are the people who buy those artisans' products online. Our end consumer are right now women in the United States. Our first product category is actually jewelry, and that was a very strategic decision. It's a $25 billion market. It's also the second most commonly products purchased online. And so we definitely wanted to create, almost like normalize this incredibly novel and innovative model of trading directly with someone from very far away with a very familiar interaction, a familiar product.
We're definitely looking for an entire system and an entire platform for these artisans to really leverage. And that includes, we do facilitation of logistics. We've already implemented some of the first flat rate shipping in Kenya. We're also looking at money transfers. That's something that we also take on. I do think it's a very ambitious thing that we're undertaking, but I think we do have one major filter, which is to provide access to external markets for the local artisans.
And I think this is a fantastic event to actually launch at, and we're really honored to be launching with a lot of other really impressive companies.
Showcasing really the innovation and technology awareness and adoption in Africa is a big part of the success of our platform.
I am the son of a farmer. My parents are the farmers. So many times, sometimes little boys, I understand the difficulty that they meet to sow their crops. So after my graduation at the University of Saint Louis, I'm think that I can help my parents and the other farmers in the round of Africa to help their problem. And the problem is how to solve their crops. And for this, I imagined a solution to direct connect those persons, those farmers, and the buyers.
55 countries across Africa, and each one has its own regulatory system, which makes it really difficult to scale. Even for the Googles and Microsofts of the world, they find it hard to scale in Africa because of these barriers.
Biggest challenges would be access to capital, and access to capital at a reasonable, under reasonable conditions.
All over Africa, I would say bandwidth is the biggest deterrent or the biggest hindrance to development of business, not just for internet businesses, for every kind of business.
Clearly the infrastructure I don't think is laid out for entrepreneurs to, just the fact that we have, electricity outages twice a week, our office completely shuts down.
Basically infrastructure, and also distributing the application. Since it's a mobile application, we needed to tap into several distribution channels to make sure it gets into the hands of the users.
One of the major challenges that you get is building a team. For startups, you need to get good partners, co-founders, and people you're going to work with. And if you don't have a solid team in the start, chances are you won't last long.
The other challenge is access to developers, to good, solid, reliable developers.
The other main one, of course, is just distance. We're far away from Silicon Valley, far away from London, and maybe those countries don't quite take us as African entrepreneurs that seriously yet. But they will. It's coming.
But I do think it really speaks for the resilience and sort of the capacity of the local population to kind of overcome these challenges.
And if anything, those limitations I think lead to a lot of excellent solutions that wouldn't come around otherwise.
We have over 5,000 users now, and a number of companies, different sizes, small, medium, enterprise, thinking companies. My product is ProWalk. It's a project management and team collaboration application. So we have users in Nigeria, and South Africa mainly. We have a company in the UK using us, and several other countries that we have several companies using it for business project management, sales management, product development. Especially where you have a business that you have team members working on different projects. What's also interesting, it's available on mobile. So even if I were to be away from the office, for instance, I could still collaborate with my team members. Give them updates on the projects. First, we're looking for funding. We're growing very fast. So we need to be able to support all those users and maintain the level of value we've already started providing to them. Then so funding will help us get there. Okay, and we're also looking to find partners, especially since right now we are in several African countries using us. So it would be nice to have a presence in these other African countries, and so partners, funding, and also to meet other great developers and entrepreneurs from Africa.
The breadth of experience and innovation that we've seen, everything from mobile applications to make payments for services or products, to products and apps that help farmers increase their yields. I mean, it's a full range of things, and it just shows the breadth of need and the breadth of talent that's on the continent.
It's good to see participants from your not so obvious countries. I think it was almost expected that there would be a lot of participants from South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria, but it's great to see participants from Cameroon, from Senegal, from Uganda, from Egypt as well.
Everybody is looking at solving a certain problem. Yeah, I think that was a denominator, and that's how business people, how entrepreneurs should be looking at it. Because when you're innovating, you need to innovate to solve something. Yeah, and that's how you can sell whatever it is, gain market share, and therefore become profitable.
There have been modest surprises. I think when you come into emerging markets, all you hear about is, all the startups are going to be about mobile. And you come here and realize that that's actually not true, that while there's a bunch of them doing mobile, there's some more interesting ones doing enterprise software, some very clever enterprise software plays. And then, you start to see even back-end infrastructure plays as well. Things that, from the outside looking in, you tend to judge the ecosystem as being too immature to develop such quality high-tech plays, and you realize that that's not even true.
I'd say what has really impressed me has been some of the South African companies. They are really advanced in terms of the services that they're delivering, especially some of the business-to-business type solutions. That has been quite remarkable, really first world standard.
And the other thing that's great about these types of activities is that it highlights for everyone the talent that is out there and the potential of the continent. Too often it's a bad news story that comes out of Africa. Events like Demo Africa and competitions like Apps for Africa and the Lions Africa partnership, public-private partnership, these are all ways of highlighting that the talent is here, the drive is here, the innovation is here, and we just need to find ways to make it flourish.
Amazing opportunities come from the other participants. So much synergy on so many levels. We were looking for a mobile payment solution for Africa. The guys on the other side of our stand have got exactly what we need. And there have been 3 or 4 as well. Amazing opportunity from the other participants, and that's cool. So on that level, I think it's worked really well. It's brought good companies and good people together.
It's clear from the presentations that we've seen, it's clear from the information that's out there on Lions Africa and Demo Africa, there's a lot of talent, and we just need to find ways to let that talent emerge and foster that talent and that innovation. And the continent has a bright future if you look at it that way.